Welcome back, artists. Today we are going to be painting our flowers. You should have already planned in your learning log. You're going to share with your teacher what colors you need, and then you'll get those colors on a palette. We are using watercolor paint for this, so you don't need to add any water. You can just dip directly out of the container and paint. The trick with watercolor, though, is that because they're so watery, if the two colors touch, they're going to blend together or mix. And we want to try to avoid that. We will be painting with one color and then going back and doing the second. So I'm going to start with my yellow. It's always best to do your lighter color first because the darker colors can often cover up any mistakes or accidents that you make. Notice how I'm holding the brush like a pencil. I'm using the tip of my brush and I'm following it along the line and I'm staying within that shape. I want to be looking very carefully at where that line is so that I can keep my paint within. Now I had to paint very slow on the edges, but now I can go a little bit quicker in the middle. And remember, when we paint, our goal is to create a pattern. I don't want to put colors next to each other, so I don't want to go yellow, yellow. I want to go yellow, purple, yellow, purple. So I'm going to skip one, and then I'm going to paint the next one. Again, holding like a pencil, close. You should be holding the metal part of your brush. Notice how the tip of the brush is hardly bending. Watercolor paint should be very easy work. If you notice that you have to push really hard on the brush to get some paint, see how it's getting a little bit lighter? That tells me that I need to go back and dip. You should not be pushing hard on your brush. We want to have happy paintbrushes. A happy paintbrush has all of the hairs together, like the hair is done nice. I am going to continue painting all of this yellow. Now that I have completed all of my yellow, there are two things that need to happen before I can continue. The first is that my paper needs to dry before I do my next color. So I'm gonna need to set this aside. And the second thing I need to do is I need to clean up my brush. Whenever we are switching colors, it's important that we have a clean brush. So you're gonna get a water container and you're gonna gently tap the brush on the bottom of the container to separate those bristles. And notice how the water turns slightly yellow. That tells you that the paint is coming out of the brush. You want to then take a paper towel and dry your brush. We want to make sure that there is no color on the paper towel because then that tells me that the brush is clean. Now, once this has dried completely, then I can go back to painting my other color, which will be purple. Now that my first color is dry and my brush is clean, I am ready to paint my second color. And I am using complementary colors, so I did yellow and purple. So I'm gonna just repeat this process with my other color. Very carefully going around the edges, holding my brush like a pencil, close to the tip, and then I can go quicker on the inside. If I feel like I have to push down too hard, get some more paint so it's easier to spread around. Remember, watercolor should be easy work. And I'm gonna complete this whole, all of the whites, petals that you see. I'm going to paint purple, and then I'll be ready to put this in the drying rack until next time.